vlogging a week in a mobile hairdresser's life. Please stay tuned. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Turn on your notification bell. Yeah, let's go. I hope you love it. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We have an early morning appointment, so it was around 8:30 and we arrived on time. We're almost at the client's house. Please don't skip, guys. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell, like, share, comment. Make me better, guys. We're now 5 minutes away. We are a little bit delayed. There's no traffic. It's not that bad, but it's like slowing down gradually. Hopefully we arrive on time, guys. Like a few minutes ago, I had hope we're gonna arrive by 8:25, but now it's not my fault. Guys, you know when you book an appointment for 8 or 9 o'clock appointment, I'm always on time. I'm always on time. I'm that hairdresser that you can count on. I'm that mobile hairdresser that you can count on, guys. Some even sweating. See, that's how bad it is. See what I go through to maintain my reputation. I have a good reputation to keep. That's why we sweat it all the way. We need to be early. Also, guys, please tell me what kind of video you want me to post as a mobile hairdresser. Like, you know, let's help each other to grow. Go. Guys, we are in summer. I'm so hot. Yeah, I told you I was trying to maintain my reputation. That I was sweating, but forget it. I'm hot. Go. Go. Moving, guys, gradually, but we are slowly getting there. My eyes have seen the glory of the living God. Always update your clients on how far you are. We out of the traffic. We are almost there.
Subscribe.
Thank you. Yay, here we are. So this client just wants to renew her front loose wave human hair braids. I think it's been a month, yeah. So she just wants the front to look new and neat again. I'm using the method of loosing and braiding the same time. So guys, I've just been thinking this question, I think it should be well answered by a mobile hairdresser. I just wanted to know, when do you notice that the client is not a kind person? I mean, I noticed this during her booking moment, her voice tone, her chatting strategy, and her ignoring of basic chat. Most of the time when I notice this, I either pray towards our appointment period, because guys, it's not a joke out there. Please comment on the comment section on when you best notice the client is not the kind type. Here's a story of a similar situation. Please subscribe, like, share.
It was an unusually hot afternoon when I packed my mobile salon kit into the van, ready for another busy day of braiding hair. I'd been in the business for years, known for my impeccable braids and my ability to make anyone feel like royalty in my chair. My reputation was my pride, and each client was an opportunity to prove myself once again. I had a new client, let's just call her Camille. She'd booked an appointment for a full head of braids. I didn't know much about her other than the fact that she was a businesswoman in need of a sleek, professional look. She'd insisted that I come to her, which was fine by me. I ran a mobile salon after all. The address was a high-end downtown loft. When I arrived and buzzed her apartment, her voice came over the intercom, sharp and impatient. "You're late. Get up here now. I don't have all day." I swallowed my surprise. apologized quickly, and made my way up. When the door opened, I was greeted by a woman standing with her arms crossed, wearing an expression that could freeze the sun. Camille had platinum blonde hair pulled into a tight bun, and her perfectly manicured nails were tapping impatiently. Despite her polished appearance, she looked frazzled, stressed. "Hi, I'm Grace," I said, trying to sound warm. She barely glanced at me before stepping aside to let me in. "Let's just get this over with." I forced a smile and followed her into the living room. The space was luxurious but chaotic, papers scattered across the floor, half-empty coffee cups everywhere, and an unmistakable sense of urgency in the air. Camille went on about how important her meeting was, how she needed to look perfect. As I set up my station, I could sense she was already on edge, but I tried to push it aside. After all, I was here to do a job. I began parting her hair, explaining that the braids would take about 5-6 hours. "I promise you'll love the results," I said. But Camille wasn't listening. She kept asking if it would be done sooner. "I really don't have all day, you know. Can't you go faster?" She kept checking her phone, scrolling and tapping as if she was monitoring every second. I did my best to remain calm, reassuring her that quality work takes time. But the longer I worked, the more demanding she became. "This isn't tight enough," she snapped when I got a few braids in. "Why is this side different from the other?" I adjusted, trying to please her, but nothing I did seemed to please her. At some point, Camille stood up, knocking a comb off the table. "These are too neat," she said with a frown. "You're parting my hair too precisely. I want them messier." I raised an eyebrow. "Messier?" I was known for my clean, sleek style, but I adjusted again, carefully trying to make it look messy, though it was clear I wasn't getting it right in her eyes. And then it happened. I was halfway through when Camille suddenly smiled, not the kind of smile I expected. It was sly, almost mischievous. "You really think I didn't notice?" she asked, her voice dripping with mock sweetness. I froze. "What?" Camille leaned back in her chair, crossing her arms. "I've been testing you the whole time." I stared at her, completely confused. "Testing me?" she continued. "I've been testing your skills, your patience, and your professionalism." "This entire thing? A test?" Her eyes gleamed, and I could almost feel the weight of her words. "I could have gone anywhere, but I wanted to see if you were really as good as people say." She shrugged nonchalantly. "I don't think this is worth the price, honestly. And now you've failed the test. I'm not giving you a dime for this." The room went still. I had faced difficult clients before, but this was something else. A full-on power play designed to break me. I felt my temper rising, but I wasn't going to let her win. "Not like this." I straightened my back, meeting her gaze. "You've tested me in ways you don't understand. Can we please finish braiding, or please pay me for the time wasted?" Camille raised an eyebrow, clearly expecting me to back down. I calmly reached into my kit and pulled out a small card. "Here's was a discount for your next appointment." Her lips curled into a smirk as she grabbed for the card. "Next appointment?" she sneered. "You think I'm coming back?" I didn't wait for her to finish. "You won't be. And I won't be coming back either. I don't work for people who think they can play games with my time and my skill." I packed my tools slowly, deliberately, feeling the anger bubble up but refusing to let it show. Camille's face twisted in disbelief. "You can't be serious." "I am," I said, gathering my things. "And if you don't pay for the service, I will call the police." Her eyes flickered with the slightest hint of fear, but she still seemed reluctant. I didn't give her a choice, explaining the transport and fiber I have wasted. She huffed in frustration, reaching for her wallet. The silence was thick as she counted out the money, handing it to me begrudgingly. I accepted the payment and turned on my heel without another word. As I walked out the door, I could almost hear the anger in her voice, but I didn't care. The whole experience had been a twisted ride of manipulations and mind games, and Camille had thought she could break me. She hadn't. She'd just given me a lesson in knowing my worth. As I walked away, a feeling of relief washed over me. It wasn't about the braids anymore. It was about my peace of mind. I had learned something valuable that day. Never let a client, no matter how high maintenance or manipulative, make you feel small. In the end, With patience and kindness, you can win over this type of client and know when to walk away, as I did.
Okay guys, next week I'm going to be telling you guys more story about this kind of situation. And also please let me know when you notice the client is the unkind type. I also like to know from your experience. And also please don't forget to subscribe guys.
So my experience using Style by Kindness is always a 10 out of 10. I have requested kindness every time I've gotten my hair done since the first time I got it done last year. I always get compliments. She is precise, she takes her time, she always asks me what I want, although most of the time I get the same thing. And that's because I am so happy and so pleased with her service. I will be so sad if she moves on and I can no longer use her, and I always recommend her.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
Can we please see your hairstyle, please?
So my current preference is two-tone braids, and I like my hair long. And as you can see, although my parts are super precise, you can flip it from one way to the other. You can also zoom into the back because she takes care to make sure that it looks good from every single angle.
Tuesday.
Let me know what you think about this boho braids. This is boho braids using ombre curls. Hope you love it. Hope you love it.
Give me the freedom to do my own things and just be at home and work on things at home. I can do my work, I can make something to eat, so I like that you can do house schools like that.
Oh really? Wow, thank you so much.
Okay.
Why do you prefer Style by Kindness?
She's very professional, she always comes on time. Her work is very neat as well, so I really just prefer that she takes her time and does my hair well, and I really like the way she does it.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wednesday.
I know I said I'm going to tell you guys another story next week, but right now I just feel like one more story. Please stay tuned and also comment what you think.
Sophie, a mobile hairdresser with a loyal clientele, had been to many homes over the years. She was used to the usual requests updos for weddings, cornrows, braids, or even the occasional intricate braid. But today was different. Sophie arrived at her client Emma's house on a crisp afternoon, ready to braid her hair for an upcoming event. Emma had requested for a simple yet elegant cornrows style. Sophie set up her tools on the table, placing her hairpiece and combs in order, excited to get started. However, as Sophie began to section Emma's hair, Emma suddenly tugged away and said, "Actually, I want a different style. Let's do something more dramatic." Unexpectedly, Sophie asked, "Okay, which style do you want to change to?" Emma, without hesitation, pulled out a picture of another complicated cornrows braid, a style that required precision and time. Sophie nodded. "All right, let's do that." As she began braiding, she noticed that Emma seemed uneasy, fidgeting with her hands and occasionally looking into the mirror. Just as Sophie was nearing the final stages of the cornrow braid, Emma interrupted again. Wait, no. I don't like this. I want something else." Sophie sighed softly but smiled politely, trying to remain patient. She reached for her phone to show Emma some other ideas. As she unlocked her screen, ready to pull up some other braid styles, Emma's hand shot out, grabbing Sophie's phone quickly. "What are you doing? Are you reporting me?" she snapped, her voice sharp. Sophie froze, stunned. She hadn't even had a chance to respond before Emma's mood seemed to change again. "I want to make sure no one knows about this," Emma continued, her words slurred as if she was struggling to hold on to something. "Emma, I'm just trying to help you find something you like," Sophie said, her voice calm but with a hint of concern. "I haven't reported anything." But Emma didn't seem to hear her. Instead, she clutched the phone tightly, staring at it with a wild look in her eyes. Sophie, uncertain of what to do, remained still, hoping Emma would settle down. Minutes passed in awkward silence as Emma shifted between states of confusion, agitation, and calm. Sophie could feel the tension building but decided to stay composed. "Hey, it's okay. Let's just take a deep breath together. We can figure out what you want." After what felt like an eternity, Emma's demeanor softened. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be like that. Sometimes I can't help it." She sighed deeply, her grip loosening on Sophie's phone. "Could you please finish what you were doing?" Sophie gave her a warm smile, feeling a wave of relief. "Of course, Emma. I'll finish your cornrows braid. Just breathe." Emma's face softened, and for a while, everything seemed calm. As Sophie continued braiding, the atmosphere in the room was still, and Emma held Sophie's phone in her hand as if for comfort. Sophie worked with gentle hands, weaving the strands of hair into a beautiful, intricate cornrows braid, more stunning than any of the others they had discussed. But just as Sophie was finishing the final touches, she realized something. The sudden mood shifts, the way Emma had seized her phone, the strange outbursts, all of it pointed to something more than just a bad mood. Sophie paused, and with newfound understanding, she asked, "Emma, have you been feeling all right? Is there something you want to talk about?" Emma looked at her, eyes filled with vulnerability. I have bipolar disorder. Sometimes I don't realize when I'm going through an episode. I've been on medication, but it's hard sometimes." She looked down at Sophie's hands, which were now finishing the braid. "I don't want to seem crazy." Sophie took a deep breath. "You're not crazy, Emma. We all have our struggles. I'm here for you, and I'm glad you shared that with me." She smiled warmly, showing kindness in a way that only someone with patience could. Emma's face relaxed, and she nodded. "Thank you. I think this cornrows braid is perfect." "You're amazing." Sophie finished a cornrows braid, its delicate design falling perfectly down Emma's back. "You look beautiful," she said with a smile. Emma's face softened, her earlier tension replaced with a gentle calmness. She handed Sophie's phone back, looking at her new style in the mirror. "Thank you," Emma whispered. Sophie smiled, feeling a deep sense of gratitude, not just for the opportunity to do something she loved, but for the reminder that sometimes patience and kindness could transform even the most unexpected challenges into moments of connection and great solution. Imagine if Sophie had reacted as fast as the situation was still fresh. We all know the situation was going to head south immediately, so guys, be safe and peaceful out there. Don't allow yourself to be tempted.